All right, welcome back everyone to it here on the Now Morning Show. All right, well, cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in women. And this morning we're going to be speaking about a campaign that seeks to address that. When I say cancer, breast cancer itself is the second leading cause of cancer death in women. This morning I'm going to be chatting with Dr. Asante LeBlanc, who is the chairman of the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society. And I'm also going to be speaking with Roxanne De Freitas, who is the chairperson of Scotia Foundation, because this is the 7th consecutive year that Scotiabank has partnered with the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society for this awareness campaign. Good morning to my guests and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us this morning. Roxanne, I'll start with you actually. Why is it so important for Scotiabank to have partnered for 7 consecutive years with the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society on this initiative?
Morning, Kerry. Basically, Scotia Foundation, we've been involved in and committed to breast cancer awareness for over 22 years. We've partnered with the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society for the last 7. Basically because we want to ensure that our women remain healthy to be able to contribute to society and to their families. And we are truly committed to ensuring that we spread the word of early detection and breast cancer prevention, along with the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society, who've been a great partner with us on this journey.
Surely, and that leads me into my questions for you, Dr. LeBlanc. Now, we've spoken about this before, but you know, of course, audiences change and different people may be tuning in at different times. And so it's very important for us to get out the information. Now, Doctor, when it comes to the early signs and the things that we need to do to detect, what should we be looking for as pertains to breast cancer? What are the earliest signs that we can see or observe?
Usually the earliest signs with breast cancer include sometimes breast tenderness or pain. Some women feel the lump in their breast, and that's because we do advocate that women do their monthly self-breast examinations, their yearly clinical breast examinations, along with their mammograms and ultrasounds.
Well, let's dial that back a little bit, Doctor. When it comes to the monthly self-breast examinations, what does that entail? How does one do it, if you can explain for us?
Oh, now you put me on the spot. So it's usually 5 or 7 days after your period has ended. And then we do train them on how to do a self-breast examination. Basically, it is that women have to, first of all, we tell them when they come out of the shower, with no bra on, you look at yourself, put your hands akimbo, look at the breasts. You're going to see if they're marked difference in size. Let's know that there's always going to be a difference in size unless you pay for your breasts, and women out there will understand what I'm saying. But it's usually a huge difference. If you see a change in the skin, and then we teach them how to palpate their breasts or examine their breasts. Usually they'll put their hand of the breast they're going to examine behind their head, and with the other hand, using the pads of their fingers, they will palpate the breast around and go into the nipple, then squeeze the nipple, and then go under their armpit region to feel for lumps. It's important that women understand their consistency and if they have lumpy breasts or dense breast tissue, so they're not alarmed and they know if they feel a new lump, and therefore can go to their doctor with that information as well.
Now, something you just mentioned is quite interesting, that women may have naturally lumpy breast tissue. How can you tell the difference between, you know, those lumps that are natural versus something new, as you mentioned, that could possibly be cancerous?
So this is why we want women to know their breasts and understand how the breast feels. Because usually, for example, when you have lumpy or dense breast tissue, you will know how it's going to feel. You feel the consistency. But a breast lump that is suspicious or malignant will usually be kind of fixed. It may or may not hurt on palpation. It may be more hard than your regular breast tissue. So these are some things that we feel for as physicians. But for women, a woman will know, Kerry, and men. I should include men in this because men need to understand they have breast tissue as well.
Right.
And so you will feel, and anything you feel, I think it's important that anything you feel and are worried about, it's important to go to your doctor. Don't take it for granted.
Certainly, certainly. How important is breast screening? So aside from the self-checks, you know, things as you mentioned earlier, mammograms and ultrasounds, how important is that?
It's hugely important. You have to know your family history, and we do encourage not to be afraid of a mammogram, not to be afraid of the diagnosis, because early detection through screening is what allows for an increased survivorship and an increased quality of life should you be diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's
at what
tremendously important.
At what age should young women start getting regular screenings?
In general, we start at the age of 40, but based on family history, if you have a first-degree relative that died from breast cancer earlier than 40, then we will start your breast screening earlier. But it is a conversation that you have with your physician. But it's important that most women, we start at 40.
Roxanne de Freitas, this campaign actually launches today. What are some of the benefits that those who are interested can those who are interested in participating, what can they benefit from with the start of this campaign?
Terry, with the start of the campaign, we are offering 50% discount on select screening services that are being offered at the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society location for women. So it would be breast exams, mammograms, ultrasounds, pap smears. And that is, along with that, we would have a very interactive, engaging awareness program that we're hoping to reach out to women across Trinidad and Tobago. In particular, the outlying and the rural communities, so that women can learn more about breast cancer. As Dr. LeBlanc just said, the early detection is key, you know, and
sure.
So that's where we are placing our emphasis this year. Normally, we would have had our breast cancer in October walk, where over 5,000 participants would take part, and it's always a tremendous turnout from by women and families. Unfortunately, COVID has changed the dynamic. Last year, we did a virtual one. This year, we are waiting to decide what the activity will be. We have some time, and but in the meantime, we are supporting via subsidized costs for screenings.
Now, this campaign is scheduled to be run over a period of 3 months. What are the means by which you are going to help raise awareness during this time?
Me? Or did you
I didn't get that. It broke up for a second.
Oh, sorry. I was asking, I was saying that the campaign is running for about 3 months. What is the means by which you are going to help raise awareness? What are the mediums you will use to help raise awareness about breast cancer screening awareness?
Oh, the Scotiabank Foundation page will be used, also traditional. So a lot of social media, as well as traditional media, will be used to reach out and spread the word.
All right, and quickly, just before we go, what are those pages we can visit to get more information?
The Scotiabank Foundation page on Facebook, as well as Scotiabank on Facebook as well.
Would the Cancer Society of Trinidad and Tobago pages, would the information be on those pages as well, Dr. LeBlanc?
Definitely. So our social media pages will be the Facebook, Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society, IG, Instagram, Trinidad and Tobago Cancer. We have Twitter, we have TikTok, and we'll be doing, again, Roxanne and I are going around traditional media with the radio, and always, I mean, we always have information flowing from the Cancer Society to advise on screening, the importance of screening, and the importance of healthy lifestyles in terms of combating cancer.
All right, well, I look forward to the campaign, and you always do a great job, and it's quite successful on a yearly basis. I want to thank you both for joining us this morning, Dr. Sante LeBlanc, Chairman of the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society. I want to thank you as well, Roxanne de Freitas, Chairperson of the Scotia Foundation, for joining us this morning. Have a great one and continue to be safe.
Same to you. Thank you, Kerry.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we still have more in the program, so stay right where you are. This is In Our Morning Show.